Okay. I just have one announcement to make before we go on to the detailed briefing, and that is that Mr. Akashi and Mr. Sharanic will sign an agreement this afternoon at 4:30 at the Presidential Palace concerning the UN's role, responsibilities, and activities concerning human rights observations, humanitarian assistance, aid to refugees, and the like in the areas of the KRAJINA which are now under Croatian government control.
I'd like to begin by reading a protest sent by the Danish government to the Croatian authorities about the use of UN personnel as human shields. The Danish government strongly protests against actions of the Croatian army towards 7 Danish UN peacekeepers during the Croatian advance on Dubica. On August the 4th, 1995, at 11:50 hours, 7 Danish soldiers were ordered by a Croatian soldier to leave their shelter and hand over their weapons. Afterwards, the Danish UN peacekeepers were forced to walk in front of the battalion attack beside the battalion commander, together with 2 KRAJINA Serb prisoners.
No, we haven't.
When was your last...
On refugees, the UNHCR estimates that there are at least 35,000 refugees who have moved into Bosnian Serb-held territory. In addition, there are about 10,000 displaced people who have converged on the UN base in Topusko in Sector North. The local authorities in Banja Luka estimate that between 50 and 60,000 refugees will arrive in the next 2 days. UNHCR is sending in international staff and is mobilizing all available resources to confront the looming humanitarian crisis. On the question of freedom of movement, the United Nations demands access to the areas most affected by the fighting to address the growing problems facing the civilian population. However, there are areas where the Croatian army is blocking UN access. In Knin, a UN patrol sent out to assess the humanitarian situation was stopped 1 kilometre from the UN base by an HV combat unit, which blocked the patrol with tanks. The situation there in Knin is described as desperate.